Armie Hammer had a seemingly idyllic life, with Oscar awards and critical praise for major roles. His reputation was thriving, with a burgeoning fan base thanks to films like Call Me By Your Name. However, recent allegations of cannibalism, sexual harassment, and erotic sexual acts, including BDSM, have been brought against the star. In today's video, we'll uncover the truth behind these Armie Hammer rumors. Now is your chance to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future updates. What happened? The Los Angeles Police Department is investigating Armie Hammer for rape allegations. Hammer has been suspected of violent rape and physical assault by a 24-year-old woman during their 4-year on-again, off-again relationship. According to an in-depth interview published by Vanity Fair, Hammer invested in provocative, fanatical illusions circulating around rape and cannibalism. And although the actor chalks up the allegations to the madness of quarantine, it appears that this tale goes all the way back to a deeper and darker history. Hammer's professional world collapsed in front of his eyes as his marriage came under fire when he was quarantined in the Cayman Islands, and the couple eventually divorced. This sparked his fatal binge, which culminated in the resurfacing of disturbing conversations between Hammer and numerous women, revealing records of emotional abuse, manipulation, and extreme sexual fantasies. Hammer allegedly detailed visions of consuming their bodies and raping them in the exposed texts sent out to innocent women. When more detail about this was released, well, his life was immediately ruined because of a bizarre fetish being taken out of context. The first victim came forward, and a few weeks after the allegation surfaced, to describe an occurrence in 2017 in which Hammer brutally assaulted her for hours. Effie, the complainant, described her head being slammed against the wall, resulting in injuries to her face, as well as other non-consensual actions of danger and abuse. Effie, the complainant, remembered being terrified for her life and being unable to flee Hammer until he abandoned her with no regard for her safety. Effie may be another one of those women who have succumbed to Hammer's bizarre sexual proclivities. What was once regarded as passion and beauty at the peak of his career has turned out to be disgusting and disgraceful treatment for women. Effie expanded on her statement at a virtual press conference. Quote, "On April 24, 2017, Armie Hammer violently raped me for over 4 hours in Los Angeles, during which he repeatedly slapped my head against a wall, bruising my face. He also committed other acts of violence against me to which I did not consent." End quote. Andrew Bretler has dismissed Effie's allegation in a response. Quote, "From day one, Mr. Hammer has maintained that all of his interactions with Effie and every other sexual partner for his or for that matter have been completely consensual, discussed, and agreed upon in advance, and mutually participatory." End quote. His family background. The family's wealth was established by Armie's great-grandfather, also named Armand Hammer, who was directly associated to Soviet Russia. Lenin persuaded Stalin to grant Armand's particular support in order to build a bridge to the American business world. In addition, he laundered money contributed illegally to Richard Nixon's re-election campaign, which most probably moved toward paying for the Westgate cover-up, and was pardoned by H.W. Bush when convicted with obstructing justice. The elder Armand's relationship with women and his children were allegedly abysmal, which is particularly important to our concerns here. A Vanity Fair article details how Armand forced his long-term girlfriend to legally change her name, disguise herself with wigs, glasses, and makeup, drive a car equipped with a homing device, and then use a tap phone, and agree to sexual pressures, which is considered extremely humiliating. Jillian, Armie's grandfather, committed murder over a gambling debt when he was 26 years old, and claimed self-defense, so the complaints against him were dismissed. His daughter, Casey, Armie's aunt, accused him of sexually assaulting her as a child, as well as physically abusing other members of the family. On the other hand, Michael, Armie's father, appears to have squandered portions of his grandfather's wealth in a set of shady business dealings. His main interests, according to Vanity Fair, are drinking and kinky sex. The explanation of Michael's sex throne, which Michael's attorney told Vanity Fair was one of the many unsolicited gag gifts sent by friends, is in no doubt the most shocking portion of the overall story. If Hammer's allegations were true, well, we could say that it runs in the blood. He's messy on social media. Armie Hammer didn't happen for 10 long years because, according to his logic, the system was stacked against him. Annie Helen Peterson stated in a BuzzFeed article in 2017, quote, "Well, of course it was. The system, whether Hollywood or American capitalism in general, is stacked against basically everyone. but a small few, including Hammer's own grandfather, figure out how to manipulate and survive it. What seems to annoy Hammer, then, is that he struggled the same way everyone else, the way women and actors of color in particular struggle. With shitty options, with publicity that pigeonholes you, with people who only care about your looks, with machinations beyond your control. In response to this, Hammer tweeted with, quote, "Your perspective is bitter, AF," end quote, and loyal fans were quick to get the details and side with him. Hammer's reaction was unexpected. Peterson, who has a PhD in media studies, specialized in analysis-heavy celebrity deconstructions at the time, which involved following a famous person's professional growth and disassembling it to see how it performed. While most celebrities would not have answered back so publicly to an article as balanced as Peterson's, albeit at the height of his professional life, Armie Hammer had quite a record for getting a bit messy on social media. In 2017, he liked a sequence of rope bondage Twitter posts from his public account. His rumors got darker. At first glance, the Armie Hammer report seemed to be nothing more than embarrassing, kinky gossip. Later on, however, the rumors became more serious. A few of Hammer's ex-girlfriends agreed to talk on the media. According to Page 6, Courtney Vuskovic found her relationship with Hammer to be emotionally manipulative. She explained, quote, "He sucks out all the goodness you have left. That's what he did to me. I gave and gave and gave until it hurt," end quote. The Daily Mail also released a video of Hammer allegedly drinking and doing drugs while driving on January 13th. He even pulled out of Jennifer Lopez's romance comedy, Shotgun Wedding, in which he was set to appear on that very same day. In light of everything, Hammer had his first response to the accusation, saying, quote, "I'm not responding to these bullshit claims, but in light of the vicious and spurious online attacks against me, I cannot in good conscience now leave my children for 4 months to shoot a film in the Dominican Republic. Lionsgate is supporting me in this, and I'm grateful to them for that." End quote. Effie. By far, the most alarming of all the rumors circulating around Hammer are Effie's allegations. She's the only person who has accused Hammer of rape on the record. Effie informed the representatives at her press conference that she encountered Hammer on Facebook in 2016, when she was 20, and that they were together for 4 years. She also mentioned that they had last spoken in 2020. Effie stated in a prepared statement, quote, "I fell in love with him instantly. Looking back, it is now clear to me he was employing manipulation tactics in order to exert control over me until I started to lose myself. He would often test my devotion to him, slyly removing and crossing my boundaries. As he became increasingly more violent, he abused me mentally, emotionally, and sexually." End quote. While Hammer's lawyers, Andrew Battler, denied the allegations, Effie's lawyer, Gloria Allred, responded to Battler's statement by saying, quote, "I challenge Armie Hammer to present all, not some, of his communications with Effie to the Los Angeles Police Department and answer all of their questions directly, rather than through his lawyers." End quote. According to Allred, Effie has presented law enforcement with proof against Hammer. She's even said to have pictures of Effie captured after the alleged attack. Regardless of all the scandal, it's clear that Armie Hammer's career is on the verge of collapsing, and we might not see him in future movies. Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And as always, thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future updates. Until next time.